Christine. It's time for a best of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. This is the June 5th sketch. It is by Susan Stringfellow from Sketch Savvy, and it has 3 vertical little small photos, a couple of tags. There's a little strip paper here. It has some triangles coming here and here with a little another bordery thing down here, and of course the title there. So this is a fun little sketch, and I happen to have, well, what struck my eye was the tags, and I actually just have this April 2022, the Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, and it is the Simple Stories Full Bloom Kit, and it had these 3 little tags in it. So I thought, oh, this is awesome. I can use these 3 little tags, and honestly, I was kind of admiring some little flowers and stuff in our front yard, so I ran out and I took a few pictures. So I thought, oh, these will be cute. I can document our little spring flowers here. Actually, we don't have too many because I didn't plant any, but these ones are already planted, so that's okay. So I have a few little embellishments here. They always send you like a little sampling. And again, I got this. I don't think I'm going to use this paper because there's not bees in here. Now I say that, and y'all all say stuff like that, and then I'll end up using it. But I don't think I'm going to use it, but we'll see. And then I have this beautiful, I do like this a lot, these flowers. And then I have this with this little border at the bottom, and I think I'm going to use this as my base because if you remember in the sketch, it had that little border at the bottom, and I think this is a cute little deal. So maybe I will end up having to come in, you know, with this. I don't know. Maybe. But I do like this too, so maybe that's going to be the strip here. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of debating at the moment. So I also have a couple pieces of white cardstock. I don't know if I'm going to need these. I might need them to mat the photos. We'll have to play with that just a moment. So that's what I have. And then, of course, there's these little chipboard stickers. And that's what I have. So let me get started. And I will come back in just a minute when I get kind of some of this stuff trimmed down. And I'm ready to go. Talk soon. Well, y'all, I did end up using that yellow paper. I told you I should never tell you I'm not going to use something because if inevitably I end up using it, and about half the time I tell you I am going to use something and I don't use it. So I don't know why. Anyway, I decided to go ahead. I just basically cut 6 by 6 squares and then cut them in half. And then I decided to scuff the edges. So then I'm just going to lay these down, you know, kind of where I think they should go. So the first triangle, I actually lay with its middle part, that little edge there on the edge. And then all the other ones I kind of offset to be where they should be. And I'm going to cut away because honestly, I left it in here initially, but it just got boring to me to sit and watch me scuff my own papers. And I figure if I'm bored, then you're darn sure bored. So I went ahead and glued all those down after I scuffed the edges, and you can see now where things are going. And I'm fast with these little photos just a little bit, kind of trying to decide which picture do I want to have kind of be in the middle. And I decided I want the ones with little purple flowers. I'm hopeful those aren't weeds, if I'm honest, but they have little purple flowers, so I don't think they're a weed. I'm no horticulturist. I am not an expert in flowers, that's for darn sure. All right, then I had this little flower paper here that I had cut as, you know, part of the sketch, and I've laid it down. I get a little bit of glue extra there, so I have to wipe it off. And I put that there. Now I'm going to trim it in a minute after I kind of put a few things. I start looking at this little bee paper to be, there on the sketch, there's this like piece of like kind of squarish pattern paper. And I start looking to see, and I think about using the bee paper. I don't actually end up with that. So you're going to see me do this, and I'm going to fasten around with it, and that's not the one I end up with. But first I think, oh, I'm going to put these pictures together, kind of organize them, the heights and the spacing that I want so I can kind of see where they need to go. Y'all, I moved them pictures about 1,000 times, even after I glue them together. It's the craziest thing. I don't know what it was. It was like I was looking at the sketch, where the pattern paper was kind of landing at the top. It just threw me off. So I took the bee paper away. I put the yellow paper, thinking maybe I can use the yellow paper. I ended up deciding none of these are going to work. Using the bee and the yellow because they were in the triangles, it just wasn't going to work. And I'm even thinking, okay, well, maybe the tags will separate it. You know, if I got something else, I end up deciding then I thought maybe I just want to put that there as all. And I go, no, you really need that little piece of paper. So then I decide, well, I don't know what I want to do just yet, so I'm going to trim all the extras. You know, when you got a little project, you're trying to figure out what to do, and you don't know what to do, you do the thing you know you got to do. And so that's basically what I did here. I went ahead and trimmed those 2 triangle pieces. And this here, I actually almost contemplated gutting that white paper behind because it's got a red on the back. I decided against that. And I run over and I get my scrap paper. And I did have a piece of orange patterned scrap paper in here. And you can see this here now. It's kind of got little arrows and whatnot. So this is not from that collection, but the color went all right and I like it. So I'm going to use it. So I'm going to end up trimming that down to be the size that it needs to be. And I'm going to lay my pictures back on there. But this is where I start messing around with this because I realized, well, I'm so sorry. I scuff it first. I figured I didn't scuff the floral that's making up kind of the main base of it. But I end up scuffing this little piece here because it just felt like it needed it to me. It's separate from the floral. So, but this is where I'm struggling with these pictures because the top isn't kind of going where I think it should. And you'll see me glue this down, and I think I still actually mess with it just a little bit. I think I do. Pretty sure I do. Because I want this to be, again, the sketch kind of shows it a certain kind of way. And I'm looking at this, I'm going, well, first off, they're crooked. The one in the middle is pretty crooked. Like, I got to fix that. So I kind of mess around with that. Maybe I haven't messed around. I might have done it more before I was back on camera there. But I messed around with these pictures a little bit. Maybe I haven't messed, maybe I've already messed with it. I will just tell you, if I don't show you, then I had to rearrange the pictures about 3 times so I could get again, where the pattern paper on the top, where it was in the right spacing. Now I'm messing with these tags, and I kind of went back and forth on which tag to use because I had one with little ladybugs, and I had the little orange one, but I want it to be a little enough contrast. So I decided the orange will go on the right-hand side. I do not know why I cut over. I must have got up and gone and done something. Who knows? Somebody called me or something. Who knows? Anyway, I've got this orange one here. And it's funny because I stick this here and I think I actually end up moving everything in a minute, but that's okay. The top one here, again, I start off with the ladybugs and I decide, no, I don't want that. I got this green, more greenish one, but it's too long, so I'm going to have to trim it. And this is why I'm kind of going back and forth because I know whichever one I got to use, I got to cut it. And I don't want to cut the one I don't know if I'm going to use for sure yet. And this is where I go ahead and make the decision. Yep, go with the green one, Christine. It's okay. And so I lay that down in there. I had to, like I said, did have to trim. That was too long. I did have to poke my own holes there. And y'all, I took my hole punch off somewhere, so I had to use a crocodile to do those. But I did have to cut my own little holes there. All right, so I've got my tag where I want it. Now I've got all these lovely embellishments. And y'all, I just go crazy with my embellishments, and I'm not even sad about it. Not even sad about it. I decided the title is going to be Happy Spring Day. The happy was on the foam sticker sheet that I got. It has, when you get the little flavors of the month, you get kind of a little abbreviated version. And so I got that little baby bit right there. I think it's 1/3 of a sheet or something. I like happy. And then spring was in the chipboard stickers. And so I decided to put spring there. And then day was also on the foam stickers. And I think that looks really cute. I'm happy with that. And I guess it's still spring because it was only late April. So yeah, that's spring. So I decided to make that Happy Spring Day. And then I think, you know what? I got all these little bees and all these little things. So I'm going to start just sticking little flowers and bees and things on here. So there's my little flowers in the upper left. I do put a little butterfly. And I kind of mess with these flowers. I decided against those pretty quickly. I thought I might put some other flowers. I do put 2 more little flowers underneath spring. You see I've laid those down. This didn't actually take me long to kind of pick something, and I don't really know why. Usually it takes me forever. I thought about this sun, but it just didn't look right to me, so I left it off, and I figure I can use the sun on just about anything else. I did toss a little butterfly up there. Nothing is glued down just yet because I'm still just kind of playing with it. I find a couple snails. Y'all, those are so cute. I love them little old snails. I don't know why. They're just cute to me. So I do get the snails, and I get like 3 little bees, and I'm going to put them around the words Happy Spring. And then I'm going to find, in a minute, I'll find me a little old ladybug. And that's going to go up there next to the butterfly up on the top up there. I think, is she laying down there already? It's so little I can't tell. I don't think so. But if she's not, she will be. I'm going ahead and decide to stick my title down here. I do have to use my Nuvo glue on my spring. Y'all, I love our yard. I'm not going to lie. My husband says he gets a little overwhelmed because we have so many trees. And they do drop a little bit of limbs, all the time. I don't know what it is about it. It's like, I guess like, you know how you lose your hair as you get, just throughout the day and whatever your hair kind of falls out. It's almost like these trees and these little tiny limbs are kind of like little hairs and they just drop them all the time. And so my husband has to walk around and pick them up. But our yard's really pretty. We got this house last year, and it's kind of garden-ish. It's got lots of trees and stuff. And these little flowers here, they're just right up at the front on the sidewalk, and they're just real simple little flowers. But they bloom, and I think they're pretty. And, yeah, I do. I like them. I like to just go outside. Now, I will tell y'all, because of all the vegetation, we have tons of mosquitoes. And, I mean, they're the size of birds. They bite you, and they're not nice. They're really kind of mean. Okay, now here's where I'm messing with the pictures. I honestly contemplated putting that up on foam, and if I'm 100% honest, I may still put it up on foam, because it's not like I can't reach it. There's nothing on top of it, so I may still do it. But anyway, I was kind of faster on these pictures to put them in the right spot, and I got to get the little tag organized. I just want it to be, I don't know, certain kind of way. You know, the sketch give you a little idea to it. Anyways, I got all these little bugs. I got to glue all these down. And I'm really pleased, though, because all these little embellishments, they just come together so cute. I'm not sure if I'm going to journal or not. I kind of should explain, you know, why did I take pictures of these flowers. But on the other hand, the title says Happy Spring Bay, so maybe that's enough. I don't have the year, though. I probably need to add the year. But anyway, I got my Nuvo glue out. I'm just gluing down all my little chipboard pieces because they never stick unless you want them to with Nuvo. I say that. I guess technically I just glue those two little ephemera pieces down there. But I'm going to just make my way around my space here. In a second, I'm going to end up going and getting some string and adding them to my tags so my tags won't be naked. Yeah, so I got to get all those down. But yeah, we got this, my husband the other day, we had couple landscaping lights go out, and it was funny because we've always had kind of cheaper deals. You know, I don't know. He's kind of a, what's the word without being rude? He's a bit frugal, so he doesn't ever want to spend the good monies. And he's getting a little bit better at his old age. And I say old, he's not really old. But it's like he's realizing, you know what? I can save so much time if I buy the nice stuff. So he bought these lights. It was actually, he kind of had to because it was the whole set and 2 of them had gone out or something. But they're just the kinds you just kind of pinch them on. There's a long cable, I guess, and you just kind of pinch them on. So they're not expensive, but they're not cheap. But he had to buy them, right? It was what it was. And he put them on there, and they worked perfectly. And he was so excited. And I said, maybe you should start buying stuff that costs a little more money. We did the same thing at Christmas time, too. I bought this tree. It was kind of expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much, but it was expensive, but it was pre-lit. And you literally it had all these little filaments all over it or whatever. And you literally just popped it together, and you didn't have to even plug stuff together. There's some kind of little sensors or something. It was real fancy. And you put it all together, and you plug it in, and you're done. And the thing was lit up, and it was really pretty, but it was expensive. So I don't know. Time is money, I suppose. Anyways, we're gluing all the things down here. I got my strings going on. I really thought about sprinkling some stuff too. But then I started looking at the layout and I go, my God, Christine, you got so many flowers and bees and everything else going on. You probably don't need any sprinkles. So I do not put any sprinkles. I decided against it. I thought about putting sequins too, or little dots or enamel dots or something, but I really did. I thought with all the little bees on the paper and all my little buggies everywhere, I didn't need to add anything else. So that is all I'm going to do to this layout, y'all. This is so cute, though. I'm not going to lie. I think it's the cutest little thing. So here's my slowdown. I cleaned up my mess so it's not distracting, but you can kind of see all the little layers and the little chipboard pieces and all the fun stuff there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to come back tomorrow. Check out all the links below where everybody that's playing, and like and subscribe, and check out my Instagram too. See you soon. Bye.